Hey everybody, it is h3llg3ar, and this is the 2019 Winter h3llg3ar Channel Progress Report. Before I get started, I want to thank every one of you, my YouTube viewers and subscribers, for watching the episodes that come up on the days going throughout the week. I appreciate every last one of you. And if you are a viewer but you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ring that bell for the mobile notes. That way when an episode goes live, you'll know exactly when it's happening. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. Every time a new episode or video posts, I make a post on Twitter. Link is in the description below. To everyone who is new, I want to say, welcome! I hope you stick around for a while because I plan to entertain you for a while. And to everyone who has been my faithful, I say thank you for sticking around and I hope you stay. But if you do leave, I can understand. I'll just feel very sad, but hopefully I can get you back sometime down the road. What you see before you is the h3llg3ar banner. I have a post on the channel that links to the Facebook announcement page. When you click on that wonderful Facebook link, it takes you to the announcement page and you'll see the h3llg3ar banner. At the end of a recording day, I'll post an announcement of this, showing and telling you what was uploaded on the given days. Sometimes I'm not around, so I'll get to it on the next day, but you will always know what was uploaded on particular days of the week. Now, as far as how things upload on the week, I usually like to take Thursdays and Fridays off. That way, Jack isn't a dull boy and he gets a little time to play. My name's not Jack, by the way. It's just the expression. So, there are exceptions to this rule, however. But other than that, upload schedule is Saturday to Wednesday. Now, for the sake of that wonderful, horrible atrocity organization known as COPPA, and I've got to ooh, Jesus, I have to address this. Because starting in the dub year, they're going to be putting out some terribly delicious but highly gray area enforcement where channels, if their content isn't properly marked, will be giving content creators fines of a maximum 42 racks per video. And it's not a 42 rack per video every time. As many of you might have heard, it's up to $42,000 because COPPA and the FTC have stated they don't want to make content creators go broke and not be able to continue their businesses. The sad thing is, YouTube is leaving all this liability on content creators, but I'll talk more about that later, when there's time, of course. When a particular playlist theme goes up, these are the icons that are placed on the h3llg3ar banner that goes up for the daily uploads. I'm going to talk about what each banner is as it corresponds with everything that I do on the channel. One of the things I want to do moving forward is create merchandise for you. Not just miscellaneous h3llg3ar merchandise, including the Mushroom Man himself, but I also want to do merchandise revolving around the games that I play. Sometimes when I do an episode of a particular thing, I might ask if there's something circulating around said content where I can make merchandise for you guys. And the plan about making the merchandise is to make merchandise that looks good, like t-shirts and whatnot, because this is the common stuff. I want to give you guys some wearable gear, but I don't want to break your bank. So the plan is get the nice quality stuff, but not have you spending a lot of money. Because here's the thing, I want you to look good without having to break your bank on what I sell to you guys, and I hope that you buy it too. I will let you know once everything is up and running. I've been finalizing a few things, and I had to actually get rid of some things that went sour. Now let's talk about the content here, and I got my arrow going on. Again, normally I would upload videos like this on my schedule, which is Saturday to Wednesday. And I normally tell you what goes where and what not. So first I'm going to start with my sporadic upload content. First up here, this is the icon for SkyChamp. SkyChamp, and most importantly, this one down here, Panda Clip the Black Thief, were recent additions to the channel. Panda Clip the Black Thief was a suggestion from the viewing audience. And I'll just be real, as weird as this game is, it's starting to take a liking to me. And SkyChamp, on the other hand, I really do enjoy that because it reminds me of those arcade shooters. Kind of like another game that I've played in the past called Full Blast. You can always check out my playlists for Full Blast too. Gotta sip my water to stay hydrated and not hoarse. I haven't really found whether or not I want to put these on a set day. Usually when I have content that's on a set day of the week, it's uploaded every week. But these sporadic contents I've been uploading every couple of days. I'm not sure whether or not I want to put them on a weekly upload for the Monday spot, but it's up in the air. Next on my sporadic uploads are Dr. Mario World and Mario Kart Tour. Now, Dr. Mario World has been on the sporadic uploads for a while. I try to upload these, and, well, not try. The plan is to upload episodes of Dr. Mario World every 2 to 4 days. Recently, Dr. Mario World got an update to its game, and most recently, player base has started to decline from Dr. Mario World. So, I'm really not sure how much longer this is gonna play out. Hopefully, as it does go through, you guys will continue to enjoy the playthrough of virus busting around the world. Mario Kart Tour, on the other hand, this I have to do sporadically. Originally, I had Mario Kart Tour uploading on the Sunday beat. And Sunday is the day of the week where I post my racing game content and running game content, like Horizon Chase Turbo. However, since Mario Kart Tours only last 2 weeks, that leaves a lot of episodes just like old, and it causes a backlog. So I have to upload this every couple of days. And sometimes I may post this on a Thursday or a Friday when I'm normally off. Such is life for the sporadic uploads. Now, speaking of Horizon Chase Turbo, I've been enjoying this racing game. They recently dropped another DLC, a free DLC. And again, I post this on the Sunday beat, which I like to call Sunday Run Day. Sunday Run Day is the day where I put up, again, racing game content and running game content. So, with the exception of last Sunday, which I went out of town for the weekend, gotta sip more water to stay not hoarse. I like to post episodes of Horizon Chase Turbo on the Sundays. That way everybody can come out and hit the track with me, chase the sun and sometimes the moon, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride. This reel up here is for movie reviews. I just haven't had enough time to go see movies, but I did recently get to a particular movie that I said I was going to review. So, there's going to be a movie review coming up shortly. Many people know about Edmund McMillan's wonderful gaming content known as The Binding of Isaac. Repentance is slated for the 2020 drop, and the card game 4 Souls is already out. I was one of the 4 Souls Kickstarters and have even showed off some things. But getting people to play 4 Souls with me has been an issue. That's why I haven't put up more 4 Souls based content. Once I get some more people to play with me, all will be good. And I want to get in a little bit of match action. Now, Snoopy's Town Tale. I just want to say thank you to everyone who enjoys episodes of Snoopy's Town Tale. Snoopy's Town Tale is a staple on this channel. It uploads every Tuesday, or as I like to call it, #TownTale Tuesday. It recently finished up its Thanksgiving event, and one of the things I don't like to do when events aren't happening and I don't have active quests that I can go through is try to do other things revolving around Snoopy's Town Tale. Specifically, give you guys a character spotlight. You know, it's better than just moving around the town collecting coins and crafting stuff for 20 minutes being stagnant. Some of you might enjoy that, but many of you have said that that is a bit boring. So, as events come up and whatnot, and I'll talk more about events later, or as more quests come along, I like to post up episodes of Snoopy's Town Tale. Speaking of which, this is around the time of the year that a Christmas event is coming out. I've checked Pixel's website and they haven't said anything about when it's going to drop. However, someone told me that we're going to be getting the Christmas update and the Christmas event in a couple of days, probably sometime this week. And since today is Monday, usually Tuesday is when I will post an episode. Now, if the event doesn't start tomorrow, don't worry, I'll get you guys a little later on in the week. This cat right here on top of the M is Pump It Up M, or Pump It Up Mobile Edition. As a teenager going to the arcade, I would spend $5 going to the arcade to play on the Pump It Up machine. It's a dancing game, and that was my main way of exercise. It's also one of the main reasons why my thighs are super muscly. I was posting this sporadically, but I've decided to add this to the Wednesday beat. Wednesday is also the day of the week that I've moved Merge Dragons to. Originally, Merge Dragons was on Monday, but due to all the congestion they had, it was hard to keep up with advancing on the mapping episodes and doing the events, which were happening every weekend. And that just gives not only me, but a lot of players burnout. So I would move Merge Dragons episodes to Wednesday. The Merge Dragons development team is putting a little bit of a decongest on their events, which is good. So hopefully things are starting to stabilize there. Shuriken Master is one of those really interesting games, and it's this one with our owl Tofu holding a shuriken. There hasn't really been anything new revolving around Shuriken Master recently, and I pretty much played out all of that. So I may not be putting up any more episodes until something new likes to drop, because things are starting to get stagnant. But I would play this sporadically from time to time. Now, every now and again I will just throw a soapbox discussion out, and that's what I call open verse. Sip my water there. This is just where I talk about various things, like the aforementioned COPPA issue. And when I just want to like vent or state some obvious whatnot, or talk about something just soapboxy, I'll do an open verse little bit. Another part of open verse, which is like a subcategory to that, are surveys. I usually get surveys revolving around games that I've played. I've taken many of them and placed them in their survey in the gaming section playlists. You can always check out my playlists. I have a playlist of surveys. And when I get the surveys, that's when I post this stuff. As you can see, a dual disc here. I am a duelist. I do play Yu-Gi-Oh! However, Yu-Gi-Oh! Content isn't always something that I can acquire. But when I do, I post videos on it. And there are some videos coming up for the Duel Monsters section. Also, they recently said that Legacy of the Duelist is coming down in price, so I may pick that up. Anything Yu-Gi-Oh! Wise will go into the Duel Monsters section. Whether it's me opening up packs, special editions, boxes, deck profiles, that jazz. It will all go here. Now, Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2. As some of you who have played Splatoon 2, or many of you who have played Splatoon 2 knew that the final Splatfest, or Splatocalypse, happened in this summer. And even though there will be no more Splatfests, I still play Splatoon 2. This is one of those things that comes up. Sometimes I'll do some more episodes where I just do random games of Turf War, Salmon Run. I'm trying to do some more ranked things for you guys. I've cleared both of the campaigns, by the way. And when I do an episode of Splatoon 2, there are specific thumbnails that I use for it. Like the basic Splatoon 2 stuff as you see with this thumbnail. There is the Salmon Run thumbnail. There's the Octo expansion thumbnail. And there have even been themed Splatfest ones. Like for Splatoon, when I showed off some of my Splatoon outfits, I use those. Not sure if I'm going to do one for Frosty Fest or not. Because that's the Christmas themed stuff. So, I play this, but you, my viewers, have been kind of dying out on this. I know Splatoon 2 is still big in Japan, and the game still gets regular updates frequently. So, you guys let me know in the comment section below if you're still interested in me playing Splatoon 2 or not for you guys. The same goes for any of these series. Guys, let me know what you do like watching and what not. It helps me entertain you better in doing so. Alright, now for the big part. Smurfs Epic Run, Smurfs Bubble Shooter Story, and Smurfs Village. I set aside Saturday, or as I like to call it, Smurfy Saturday, for Smurf content. Sometimes I will play one of these games, sometimes I will play a couple of these games, sometimes I will play all of these games, and sometimes I'll just have some miscellaneous Smurf content for you guys. But whatever the case, if it revolves around our blue buddies and blue babes, I like to post this on Saturday. With the exception, of course, of Smurfs Epic Run. Smurfs Epic Run was the very first mobile game I played on the channel. And with the switching of tablets and a good revival of the game file, I've been playing this again. Since this is a runner game, I also slot this game for the Sunday. So Smurfs Epic Run sometimes you'll see on Saturday, and mainly sometimes you'll see it on Sunday. So it'll happen on the weekend. Now let's talk about games moving forward. And the first game moving forward I want to talk about are these two, Cuphead and Mugman. The Moldenhauer brothers have made it no secret that they had to push back the Delicious Last Course DLC because they didn't want to overwork their workers. Respectable. You gotta have good ethic for that. Sometime in the dub year, the DLC is going to drop, and once it does, I will resume playing Cuphead. I've already gone through the main campaign of Cuphead in the regular story mode, as well as taking a Cuphead survey. So once the Delicious Last Course kicks in, I'll be back on the Cuphead beat. There are also some other games that I plan on playing, one of which, that's coming out later on, is Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage is a childhood game, and a lot of throwback games that I like to do, like some of the old Streets of Rage, I would play on Thursday. So usually a vintage throwback game I'll play on Thursday, even though it's an off day. So if I do any throwback games or rusty retro games, they'll usually upload on Thursday. The last little bit as far as content uploads are when certain games have events. I mentioned this with both Snoopy's Town Tale and Merge Dragons. When games have events, those events take precedent regardless of what's going on in the day. Again, a good example of this is Merge Dragons, because they like to hold their events on the weekend. So, you may see during the Friday to Sunday beat an episode of Merge Dragons which has one of their events going on. There should be one coming up soon anyway, because again, it's Christmas time, which means the Ice Dragon. Especially since the most recent Rick and Morty event was 50-50. And that's essentially how those are going to play out for the week. If you have any questions on that, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. But now let's talk about the big stank elephant in the room, known as the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, aka the COPPAs. You guys already know about the fat stacks YouTube had to pay the FTC because they were gathering information on kids and they weren't supposed to. Some people say that it's the fault of the parents watching various things on their user accounts. Others think, well, we can't tell exactly what's going on. So as such, YouTube has decided to give content creators, myself and your favorites, two options in their settings. A checkbox that has 3 choices, which we are required by law to do for all of our uploads. Choice 1 is that your uploads are targeted towards kids. The problem with your videos being targeted towards kids is you won't get any money off of them. There can't be comments about said things, and most importantly, they won't show up in notifications. So this is a big thing that a lot of content creators are not doing. Choice number 2 is saying that your content is not targeted towards kids. Now remember, COPPA essentially is protecting the younger audience of 12 to however early you are at getting YouTube on as a kid. Now, the big issue here is YouTube has put the liability on us content creators, saying that, well, This is our way of saying if it's targeted towards kids or not, and essentially get a lawyer. The problem is the YouTube analytics can't tell whether or not your videos are being viewed by a young audience or not. And in the case of mixed media, for example, Mario Kart Tour, and you're playing it towards a particular audience of adults, but kids watch it, that means you're not going to get hit by this. Since there's too many gray areas and too many legal complications for this, mixed media is not a choice. Now there is a third option that says that you can post all your videos to review. At this point, I want to note that everyone out there, my channel is run on a base rating of TV 14, which in the ESRB is a T rating and a PG-13 movie rating. That's how I run my show regardless of the E, E10, T, and M-rated games. And of course, I have my content slated not for the young audiences. But again, if someone's 5-year-old is watching on their parents' YouTube account, watching Call of Duty, then that's not really on us, and getting fined for that is just asshat backwards. Since there are too many gray areas, COPPA is simply just losing their minds. They want to be deep pockets right now. But note that I have checked on the no for all of my videos. The closest thing that I have towards kids, even though it's not towards kids, is my Hello Kitty playthrough. So if you youngins come across my channel and you're not watching Hello Kitty Roller Rescue's playthrough, but you happen to come across some of my other content that might have cartoonish, childlike animations, please understand that is not for you. And I don't want to have to be hit with a fine because you saw something on my channel that you weren't supposed to. Parents, please monitor your kids while they watch things on your YouTube channel username. There are other games that I also want to play that do go up on the E10 rating and whatnot. And remember folks, and this is something I have to tell parents, the E10 rating is where characters start swearing in video games. There are certain swears that you can say in the video games for E10 rating, and content matched by creators is a common staple. I do this as well. So for example, M-rated content, M-rated language, M-rated commentary by yours truly. And I plan on keeping it that way. That's all I'm going to say on this matter. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions, concerns. But don't rip on COPPA in the comment section below. We have to be civil here because, frankly, we don't need the FTC screwing YouTube content creators over as much as they have done and are planning to do starting New Year's Day on the dub. If you have any other suggestions, whether it be for merch revolving around the games I play or games that you might think I can try out, let me know in the comment section below. Just note that I'm mainly a console gamer and my computer is slowly but surely starting to get the cables to handle PC gaming, even though it can't at the moment. If you found any of this entertaining or informative, hit the like button and also share this with everyone around. Time for me to get up out of here. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody, and stay tuned for more on Channel h3llg3ar.